This might be so obvious, but mature skin tips for natural looking makeup, really just take it with a grain of salt because everyone's different. But these are just what I recommend in terms of having some nice, smooth skin that looks not necessarily more youthful, but just a little bit more hydrated. And starting with number one is foundation. So as long as you're not going too heavy with it, I really believe that less is more. So for instance, this one here by Revlon, it's the serum tint. It's just it's a foundation, but you know, it can be built up to be more of a maximum or full coverage foundation if you sort of pack it on and build it up. Just going to give that a bit of a shake, and I am using just a brush. This one here just was the first thing I sort of pulled off my desk, and I do have last night's skincare on my face at the moment, which is just moisturizer and a little bit of eye cream. So literally that much for the whole face. So just going to smooth that on. It's running all over my finger at the moment, and just picking up the excess foundation with my brush, and I am buffing that into the skin. Really, less is more. And you know, I'm a bit of a hypocrite because sometimes I do pack it on a little bit, but that's just because I don't know, I don't like to take my time and I just want to slather it on. So if you have a really nice creamy base underneath your foundation, really don't need that much. Now obviously this is a very sheer coverage foundation, so it might not even look like I'm wearing any. But the whole point of the matter is, doesn't really matter. Less is still more in my book. But again, everyone is different, and you apply as much as you need to if you feel like you need to. Of course, different size faces might require less product or more. It just really all depends. For those of you who are wanting to know what shade this Revlon Serum Skin Tint is, it's in the shade 317. Okay, so this is the Revlon Serum Skin Tint. Next we're going in with concealer, and concealer really is also another thing where you don't need to apply so much. In this instance, this is a very opaque concealer, and it's the Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken Concealer. I just simply use whatever is on the actual sponge tip. So as you can see, I've just put a little bit of that underneath my eyes. Number 3, damp beauty sponge to blend it in. Can't be dry. Yes, you can use it dry if you want to, but I really love a damp one. So go ahead and use the damp beauty sponge to work that in. Look at that, it just melts right in. The next video that I will do, which will be focusing more on makeup tips, but this is more just foundational base tips at the moment. If you have any problematic areas or more discoloration, you can definitely go in with the concealer and spot conceal. Okay, the next tip that I have is eyebrows. Now, going too dark can really, I think, make someone look much older. So I like a nice feathered look, your actual natural eyebrow color. My eyebrow color, now I've actually got a little bit of white hairs going through my eyebrows, but it's like a dark, deep gray, but it's more of a cool dark brown, so a dark ashy brown. I find that the best eyebrow product for me to use these days is the NYX Brow Glue. It just offers a really natural result, and I just put that through. So not only does it sort of shape and groom the brows into place, but it also just gives a hint of color. And this one that I'm using is in the shade Taupe. So if you do sort of pluck your eyebrows, you can definitely go ahead and fill them in with whatever you fill them in with, whether that is a pencil or a brow pomade or an eyebrow gel or even an eyeshadow, definitely you can go ahead and do that before you apply any kind of brow glue. Or your brow shadow may be an all-in-one that already has like a waxy feel to it, so you don't probably need to do that. But definitely not going too dark, I think, is key. Now, I do have exceptions to this. I love girls or women that have really ultra platinum blonde hair and they have really dark eyebrows. I find that quite striking, and the contrast is just really lovely. So that I actually think works really, really well. And the next final tip that I have, mascara. Top and bottom lashes work really, really well. However, if you just want a more youthful look, just mascara on the top lashes works absolutely wonderful. So I'm just going to coat the top lashes only. And the final tip that I have for today goes back to foundation, and that's making sure you use the right shade. If you have more of an ashy, cool or warm tone, you really just want to check your undertone and see which way you pull. I know that pretty much a lot of ways of telling that is checking your veins, whether you have purple, green or blue veins. If you have a combination of green and blue, that could be like a more neutral undertone. If you have more green, you're leaning more towards a warm undertone. And if you have more of a blue, you're more of a cool tone. So my veins are actually a bluey green color, so I'm more of a neutral color, but that doesn't mean that you can't wear a more rosy or peachy or, I guess, yellow toned foundation. You can make it work for you, but I really believe that no matter where you go, always check your foundation on your skin and make sure you check after about half an hour or so, because a lot of times foundation does oxidize. And when I say, and what I mean by oxidization is, for example, you might put it on and it might be exactly your skin match, and then you go out and it could turn pink, or it could turn orange, or it could be very yellow. So that's what I mean. Give it time, about half an hour or so, to see whether or not the foundation oxidizes. If it doesn't and it stays true to the shade that it was on your skin, then you know it's a perfect match. Okay guys, well, I'll see you all again next time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider sharing it with someone who might get some use out of it, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye for now.